Dan here at DD Speed Shop. So, I don't really know where we left it. We got kind of sidetracked there.
You started.
We've been looking at homes. It is a mental and time suck. Didn't hit the ground, damn it. Anyway, yeah, so we did, I don't know if you can call it body work. Maybe I'll run it by Scott at Cold War and see what his thoughts are. But the plan is to kind of straighten this thing out, just whatever. This is actually the first time I looked at it since we had a little rain, I guess. But so I use that turbo can of black, and man, one quick coat. I tell you, the overspray though, I tried to wash it off the bottom. I completely destroyed this wheel without really thinking. So, I mean, DD Speed Shop. Anyway, the plan today is we're going to paint it. I was hoping Buddy wouldn't have his car outside because I just wanted to paint it out here, and I don't want to put it on the other side because that's where all the Nomads are.
You could ask him if you wouldn't mind maybe moving it for...
We could just maybe move it with the tow truck.
Yeah.
And then
Repo it?
we'll just leave a slip on his door saying, "You missed your note."
Well, his newly pregnant wife is freaking out because suddenly they don't have a vehicle.
Hey, that's a them problem. But anyways, we're going to do that. I got the hose turned on. It's outside, I guess. But I want to just kind of hose everything down because there's dust everywhere, which is a nightmare. I hate body work. Summertime body work is the best kind. You can be outside a little bit. I'm going to hose it all down. The battle I'm going to run into is the little chips and cracks in the paint. There's dents in it. I mean, we're not fixing it. We're just trying to kind of make it one color. So I'll kind of smooth the edges out. I'm gonna, like I said, hose the whole thing down, kind of like almost wet sand it just to give the existing paint a little bit of texture. Like, I mean, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like the hood's beat up. It is what it is. I took the headlight stuff apart so I can get there a little nice. We'll just mask the front. We'll mask the glass, and we'll fog this thing. Whatever is kind of easier is what we're gonna do. I'm sure I'll hear in the comments about, oh wow.
You pre-unscrewed that.
What?
You pre-unscrewed that, right?
Yeah. So I was literally doing it on camera in front of you.
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing there.
That's kind of cool. So I mean, stuff like this, right? We'll just kind of scuff it up, get so it can grab. This car was kind of a neat car. I mean, it's 4-door, so it's garbage, but it was a like a sea foamy green. I forgot the Chevy color. I'm sure you guys are furiously typing in there. Green on green. I can't even day drink, Danielle.
That's an energy drink.
Yeah, I know. Still, I was drinking it during the day. Anyway. And it's a base model 150, which is kind of cool. So all it had was just some front trim on it. I mean, hey, nerd stuff. I love base model cars. As you guys probably have figured out by now. Well, I love junk. But I don't know. I have just the fender spears, the door stuff I don't have anything for. So it's going to be what's going to be. We'll just take it all off and paint it. And yeah, just make it kind of all one color. Somebody can see it. I don't know. I'm fighting out selling this car. Some days I want to keep it, some days I don't. But I'll put it up there for here's the deal. I had ordered a bunch of parts for that 55 that fell through. So I'm not going to put them on, but I think I'll put it up there for, I think, a reasonable price. Be like, look, I have the whole front end, so if you want to do disc brakes and control arms, I'll throw that in for free. And the floor pan, I will sell with the car. I think it's going to be. I'm not selling it separately, by the way. Just if anybody's asking here or whatever, if they want to buy it with the car, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll keep it because I said it before. But if there's a person on the planet that could use a floor pan in stock for Tri-5 Chevrolet, it's probably me. So we'll do that. I think the only other thing I got to do is just grind a couple of bolts on this door. Oh yeah, I got to get a couple of things. Unbolt them, I guess, maybe if I can. And then we can kind of like wet sand it all out. I guess there's a little bit of trim we got to take off. See if some of this will come out because I don't want to. Oh, this will come out. Man, actually, that's kind of neat. Carter Motors in Winnipeg. That's back when decals were decals. This that'll come out. We'll just mask around the tail lights, mask the bumper, fog in there as much as we can, clean it up, call it a day. So we'll get set up once we kind of get the hose going. And I got to find some sandpaper. We'll just kind of hit it with some 240 or whatever I got, just to scuff the edge. And honestly, this flat black covers everything. It's a lot of paint that comes out of that, so maybe we can wet the ground. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll get going. Danny will get me another drink. But I think the plan is get her all kind of cleaned up, shined up, ready for paint. We'll let it dry. It's supposed to be a decent day, rain later, so we can let it dry, get something to eat, and paint it. So, I have 300 grit, which is a little finer than I wanted for this sweet hot rod, but I'm kind of giving her a quick wash. I hose under the hood, and I'm just basically washing the car with some sandpaper, kind of like, like a little toddler's doing to help their dad out. Let me just wash it with rocks, Dad. So we're doing that just to kind of rough up the surface for something to grab. Kind of, you can see kind of here, just trying to feather out some of the chips a little bit. I mean, they're still there and you can feel them. We're not going perfect, but just make it so it's, get the rough stuff out, give it something good to bite to, and it kind of is what it is. A little bit of soap kind of keeps the sandpaper a little bit cleaner. I think it's going to be what it's going to be, and then just, you can kind of see on the side here actually, so this was black. And we're just taking like a very light kind of scuffing, so you can kind of see how it comes through. Just lets the paint grab to something, professionals do this. I showed Foose, how she goes, JF and all those guys. They basically wet sand these cars, so I'm just going to kind of go around and do all that. Pretty simple. The lower it goes in the car, the higher my laziness level is, because you can't see down there and it's flat black. But the hood, the roof, stuff like that we actually kind of care about. And honestly, a big part of it too, this car, I mean, you can actually see up here, I don't know if you can get over here, but this is all dirt. Like, it's dirt in the paint, which I tried to clean this thing like crazy. So if we can just get the hose here, just kind of all sand out the dirt and stuff, just that real top layer. We're not painting over junk. Yeah, so you can kind of see like it's all in there. That's just dirt from sitting. Kind of get some of that out.
Oh yeah.
So that's the plan there. There's a little bit of rust and junk and whatever. Like, this car obviously sat outside for years and years and years before it was put back on the road. Well, maybe a few years ago at this point now. But yeah, so let's kind of keep going with that. Pretty boring at this point, but we'll get her all cleaned up, let her dry, and then...
it's turbo time.
Are we turboing it? Oh, turbo cans. You gotta be more specific. We have so much going on here, DD Speed Shop. So we kind of washed and scuffed the whole car, and now it's just letting it kind of dry and do its thing. I might give the, well, we'll see. I might give the body filler like a quick first coat, kind of let it soak all in and do its thing. Because on this side you can kind of see it bled through. Even though this is pretty good stuff. Well, I guess now I've sanded it. You could originally tell just a little bit of where it was. So give it a coat or two, but in the meantime, I cleaned out the trunk really well. We cleaned under the hood. I'm not going to paint under the hood, but the trunk was kind of junky. It was kind of painted black. On the bottom, I just kind of put I had some undercoating, paintable undercoating. So I thought we'd paint that. I want to do, as any good painter, I want to jam the car. So we got to kind of get the trunk jammed so when the trunk's down, it'll look good. We don't want yellow, because yellow will really be alarmingly stick through, but this is just unbelievable. I need like a whole new technique. How fast this comes through. Still a little damp, I'm not gonna lie. We might be painting over a little bit of water, but
might be.
Look at that coverage. My God. That was a spray bomb guy.
You can see the water dripping down there.
You know what, Danielle? Whose side are you on, mine or the internet's?
My own.
Yes, I'm well aware. So, whatever. Give it a little matte blacken.
The lack of patience.
Look at how you can just... The lack of patience, what do you mean? This video has to be out in 7 minutes.
Can you show us that stance again? The spray stance?
No. Okay, so now we're going to jam it. So you really don't want to get any overspray on. Whoops. Oh, our tip is clogged. I see what the problem is. The fanning motion isn't quite so fanny. Look at that. Hang on, we can fix this. We really got a lot on the
When you were making your joke about overspray.
Oh, where's it? Do I have another can? Oh, they might be next. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna change tips. Just the tip.
Shake them cans.
It's a single can, that's all I can handle. Okay, so this is a brand new one, but you can see it's got quite the fan. There we go. So we'll just kind of get in there. Man, it sure puts some frickin' paint down, eh? Mike Cotton of Cotton's Hot Rods. Oh, there's water there. He's like, oh man, this is like using a real gun. So as far as I'm concerned, it's good enough for a, well, right on the bumper. Someone has to get into masking as a hobby. Oh, there's water there still.
It ain't gonna be me.
What? We may have to scuff up some of this butcherness that I've gotten a little bit of overspray on. Man, it's really hard to control. Oh, there's water everywhere.
Should we maybe just let it dry?
Why? We'll just continue the struggle. Nailed it. Let's get in here now. Oh yeah. Look at the evenness of all that. There we go. Yeah, still a little bit wet in there, eh? There too. Anyway, that's basically done. Let that dry. Yeah, you know what? We'll just do it right now. We'll give it a quick. I need a piece of cardboard. You have a piece of cardboard? So I'm too lazy to mask the window. Oh, the garage floor provides. Yeah. Someone has to go through all that wiring too. Let's see if we can just kind of give her a quick. Eh? You can tell me you're impressed, Danielle. It's okay.
I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Oh, there's water all over that still. We'll give it a quick scuff, don't worry. That's good. Let's give the old headlight blend. Whoops, that was gotta be fast with this can. That's cool.
Turbo.
They are not lying when they give you the. Well, this isn't a turbo, is it? Oh, turbo spray system, yeah. I thought turbo was the American version. Okay, that's good. I should probably do the other side. You know, where the body filler is. Okay. And we'll just do this back section. I think we're good for lunch. And that's lunch. It's basically like being on a episode of Faster with Newburn and Cotton here. 15 minutes of work followed by lunch.
Look at the technique.
Right over the unsanded filler. There we go. Okay, pretty good. What do you think we got any on the glass? Okay, we'll be back shortly. Okie doke. So, we're over here now. The neighbor's still parking in his driveway. We're trying to be good neighbors, so bring the car over here. But the problem is, so the Nomad's been parked kind of cattywampus here for 3 or 4 days now. It don't run. Well, there's fuel in the. What's going on here? there's fuel in the carburetor, yet it has no accelerator pump. Is it? And the accelerator pump is stuck. What the heck's that all about? So it'd run and then die, run and then die. All those things.
But look what we've now found.
Oh yeah, we had the little O-ring from the other day. So I don't know why this is having a little moment here to take the carburetor off and... Oh, there we go. Huh. The accelerator pump was stuck. So what it would do is it would run, you can kind of rev it up, and then it would be like, you'd be stepping out, boo, 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 like it was running out of fuel. I was like, oh. So what I did actually is I was stuck in the lane, so patience took over. I put it in first gear and just cranked on the starter until it came up here. Because what I was trying to do is trying to get in the garage because it was hailing. It was going to hail.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll see if we fixed it with a screwdriver. Okay, I think that's in neutral. Oh, you hooked the battery up? It's literally your job. You have 37 jobs. Why can't you get them done? Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we have more problems than... Oh, there we go. This is what it was doing before, or it's not happy. Is it getting fuel still? Yeah. Huh. Well, what? Man, there's a spider there too. They're everywhere this year. Yeah, it's not... Something's vibrating too. It keeps doing this. Well, I guess it needs further diagnoses. Some sort of ignition issue?
Oh, there is fire in the carburetor.
There's fire. I wonder if it's got a timing thing or if it got wet. It's HEI, it should just be fine. Alright, well I guess we'll mess with it a little bit and see if I find anything. We're just trying to paint a car. I'll take a distributor apart and see if it's full of junk. On my own. Oh, it's hot. Well, that's okay. Figured it out. So I pulled the distributor apart. A little rusty there, but the big thing was this was put together wrong. So a little kind of button like it springs off to the side. So I think it was, well, it wasn't all the way down. This was kind of popped up in the rotor a little bit. It's got a bit of a kind of goofy wear pattern. So I think we take this all apart and maybe put it together properly and clean it. It should solve our problem. That's weird. Like, that's all kind of green and gross, but everything else is like no rust. So I'll clean up in there and so we can put it back together and see if that'll work. Intermittent ignition issues. Oh well. Oh, so this here is our problem. He didn't say action. This little button there that goes in the distributor. So the spring was junk. I was like, oh, I'll put another spring on. And then I noticed this is whatever. So what's happening, I believe, is it kind of fill up like that. So I have another one which we took out of a spare distributor. So always keep spare distributors around. I got that one for free, and actually looks like it had a little bit of water damage in it, but whatever. So we'll go ahead and just take all these bits and pieces and put it back together and go from there. This is I think an aftermarket one anyways. It's not like it's a genuine GM one or anything, but it did work up until it didn't. Oh no, the cap's GM because I painted everything. So maybe it's good. So I'll go ahead and put this back together. Hopefully it will just fire up and have some sort of that's a weird ignition thing to let go, I gotta say. Especially just sitting in the driveway. Because we literally drove this thing home, everything was fine, I was just gonna move it and then it wouldn't move, which was weird. So anyways, LS swap the world, I guess, for avoid problems like this. So slide it back together and let it run, hopefully. New plan. Put it all together, still didn't run, even though we're fixing problems. This jerry can is terrible. And I had just a little bit of gas in the jerry can. Whoa. So I bottle fed it and it ran off the jerry can, or the squirt bottle. So, bad gas. I pulled it out, so I just think it's a drain plug, I drained it out. And you know when it's draining out, it doesn't have that little fog to it. So I don't know. Bad gas, water in the gas maybe. I have been alternating gas caps, so maybe a little water got in there, but. So, we're gonna put 5 gallons in. We're just shy of, because we're gonna take a little bit for bottle feeding. I'll see, I have the fuel line off to the carburetor, so I'll put that into a jug. We'll run it off that, let it suck all the fuel through, puke everything out. I'll drain the carburetor, and then see if it'll run. What a weird side quest we did today. I was planning on the car being painted by now, and we'd be resting in the air conditioning, not working in the heat, lying on my back. I changed shirts because I did get gas at my armpit. Just, it's not a new day, it's just wardrobe change. It's Mike Cotton stuff. Okay, so we got car kind of dialed here. I got the fuel line from the fuel pump running to this little jug. So, see if we can start it. Are we in frame?
Yeah, I figured I should just double check everything.
Hopefully it won't be too crazy and jump its way out. Maybe I can just hold it here too.
Ready?
Yeah, fire it up. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what is going on now. It did just run off the bottle. Now it's not running off the bottle. It's like it's a cruel joke here right now. It has spark.
It
Should
just needs a little more to cycle through.
have gas. I think it does have, well, I was pumping it, so it might have just a bunch of watery fuel in there. Just open that up. Okay. That's cycling. Okay, start it. Or try to start it. Okay. What's going on? Did it pop the ignition fuse or something? I have that right. We had it running, yeah, we had it running since I put the distributor back in, so nothing's changed. Crank it again. It's not pushing fuel for some reason. There's something disconnected wrong? Or connected wrong? Oh, yeah, right. I disconnected this to see if that was the problem. But it also didn't shoot fuel, which you think it would have. Where did I put this? Okay. Okay, I'm confident now.
Oh yeah, baby.
Slowly but surely, I'm getting more confident. Where did I put the gas jug? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't. Let her rip. Should be running, or should be shooting fuel, and it's not.
Want me to try again?
Hang on, I'm just going to fill this float bowl. It should be shooting out gasoline, but it's not doing that. You can fill this bowl, at least it'll run. Okay.
Ready?
Ready. Well, there we go. Okay, you can shut it off. So there we go. It pumped out a bunch of gross looking fuel on the one side. Well, it really smoked there too. Oh, so there's a bunch of water in it.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look good. Here, I'll show
Well, you can see the bottom side, the deep side.
Oh gosh, there's gas leaking.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. But you can see the ugly side there.
I got gas all over my hands.
Well, you know what? You won't smoke. Or you shouldn't smoke.
What do I do?
Learn to live with it.
Okay.
We call that the DD Speed Shop way. Okay, so now it's got new fuel, new ignition. Carburetor's been drained and filled.
A new hope.
Is that what we're calling this? Hopefully. You want to start it?
Yeah.
Trying to pull the door right off? What happened there?
I don't know. Ready?
Yep. Running. The fuel in the float bowl is definitely cloudy, so it's
Just have to push it through.
yeah, it's gonna have to run it through. Can you go again? Keep it all idle. Again. Come on, girl. Whoa! Not gonna lie, car made me a little angry. It had a plethora of wrong things with it, which I don't even understand. So, the timing was out of whack. The fuel system was a disaster. ignition had a problem, but I think I got it running good again now. Like, I literally parked it, then it wouldn't run, but it sounds good. It's running just a little fast at like maybe 900 RPM, but I mean, it's not really smoking that bad. When you wick it up, it does, but the road draft tube is just dumping. Like, this motor's tired, but it runs again. I mean, I don't know. There's a rattle, which I think is actually the muffler inside it's let go. It's almost like it sat for 30 years and rusted, and then we just started driving it, and now maybe all the baffling inside has decided to exit. But it's running for a while now. It's not yakking coolant. Everything seems okay-ish.
So what are all the things you did to problem solve it?
So we drained all the fuel out, changed that. The accelerator pump wasn't working. The distributor was rotten inside. I mean, there was enough things here that it really shouldn't have run, but for some reason it did. So I don't know what the exact culprit is, other than the fact that it's running good now and needs a muffler. So we'll order up a muffler, put one in there, and anyways, we can paint that POS 56 now. So yeah, we move this. I should be able to drive it in the garage. We can kind of fog it, move everything out of the way, and finish this dang video. What a disaster. This was like the reliable one. But anyways, let's put this on the street and on to the next series of problems. This is just the gas that we pulled out. You see how kind of cloudy it is? Like, this is a clean pan, so you should be able to kind of see through it. So I think that's water or something in there, but I can't see it raining that much to completely mangle it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say we got a bad load of gas and then parked it. And that caused all sorts of other issues, but we found a bunch along the way. So there you have it. Anyway, we'll dump this on the street, get everything kind of moved around, and get back to what we're meant to do. Paint hot rods professionally. It's rattle cans. So we have to mask this thing in a couple different ways. I got this stuff off Amazon. It's actually super effective and cheap. It's tape and like whatever poly on it. So it makes things go a lot faster. And it was very cheap for what it was, but you gotta kind of mess with it just a little bit. We get this across. I'm gonna leave the hood pop so we can get the leading edge, which is kind of lazy, but you do that. Oh god, beamers here, and then you can just kind of hang it down. So we'll paint the whatever little bit, the valance after. So this can just hang down, be good. All we're gonna mask is the lights, the grill, the glass. I think that's it. So I'm gonna get to work on this. It looks like we're bullshitting with my parents for a bit, and then we'll be back at it. Hot. Okay, so she's all masked up. Danny did a great job, except for where it's bad. That we'll blame her for it. Got the windows. I think it's as ready as it's gonna be. We literally put the last piece of masking on, and the neighbor drove by. Just moved this truck. Yeah, such is life. So probably do 2 coats on it. I got a few cans. We'll see how this covers, I guess. I'm worried the yellow is gonna kind of maybe bleed through. I don't know. Black does cover well, but we'll see. Got my stool out. Ugh. Stupid Tri-5 Chevys. They're such big cars. All right, ready? Oh, there's already dirt here. My lord, does this cover fast. It's so ridiculous. It's literally like painting a thing with a gun. So yeah, I'll probably take 2 coats. Unless we go crazy with it, but what we should do is lay it on hot out, so it's drying real quick. Yeah. Man, it feels like borderline professional.
It looks professional.
This, you know, you don't have to talk louder because you're wearing the mask, you know. They'll hear it. They can adjust their sound. It does look pretty good, though. If only they made this in Tri-5 colors and the full size, we'd really have something. Wow. See how that dries, I guess. We'll see how much coverage we get per can. They are kind of big cars. That is a hassle. If this comes out good though, this is like a new deal. I feel like we're already kind of halfway down this can though. The roof will probably have to do it a couple of hits. I need like a long bench stool. Man, what a lot of paint in a hurry. I feel like we're almost out though, so it puts on a lot of paint, but man, does it use a lot, which is good, I guess. Yeah, so probably be 3 cans just to get one can. Well, I guess we did some of this first, so that kind of counts, but it uses some product. Maybe we should just try giving it and put one coat on, and it kind of is what it is. I don't really know what we should do there. The roof we can do 2 coats on. It's got a line to break everything, but the door and the rocker, maybe I should just give it a quick coat. Sure dries fast, no runs. And flat black you can kind of blend back in again, I guess. Yeah. We'll just continue winging it while I talk to myself.
Tell us a joke.
I'm a load of jokes. I'm broke as a joke. Let's see what I find the painless wiring boxes are the best for masking, you know. Name brand cardboard around here. Look at that. Ooh, something scoopy there. Ooh, this one's, the tip's a little weird on it. Maybe I didn't shake it well enough. Does it look cool at least?
It looks super cool.
I'm sure you see the body work on the paint's still a little bit on the moist side. I do recommend these cans, they're fantastic. They're a few more dollars, but man.
Maybe we'll come back for coat too.
Yeah, I'll just kind of keep winging it, and we'll see. You'll come back when it's all one color and see what it kind of looks like. So, unfortunately, we're just like a half can shy. So doing the trunk may have been a poor choice, but I think we're gonna leave it for now. It's a little tiger stripey as it still dries on this side, but the other side we started on, you know, I did a few little hits. But yeah, it actually leveled, like the fender and everything, kind of levels out pretty good. I mean, the car's rough, obviously, but it's good enough. And I think once you give it a wash, it'll kind of blend all together and whatnot. But it looks like something. That's all that really matters.
Okay, you can see the stripes there for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that's dried all the way yet. You can kind of still a little wet and all that. So as it dries, we'll see. I tried putting a second little coat on this side of the roof. But at least now, I mean, we can kind of, you know, mask a little bit here and there, shoot some stuff in. I didn't get the bottoms of the quarters either. I don't know if I have. Maybe it's a little bit of flat black. Oh, just on a regular can. Maybe I can touch that up right quick. It's not a turbo can. It was just a professional can. But it's kind of, I'm sure it's all the same, just slightly different. So yeah, there's a few spots here that when you can see this after, you'll really know what I did, but hey, black is black. Oof, yeah. The trick is like texture it in so you don't see any stripes, you know? Couple of runs, never hurt no one. There we go. So I think that's where we're gonna leave this. We'll let it kind of do its thing. Drive another 15-20 minutes. We'll probably start the next video right away, actually, as we unmask the old girl. We got
need more turbo cans.
I think it's fine.
Oh.
I'm done spending money.
Okay.
I think it'll be what it's gonna be, and we'll just kind of live with it. Well, the end user will live with it. This just looks better than it did. Now it can sit outside and no one can really judge. So it's Sunday. Tomorrow I have some parts coming in to get the charging system working. So I'm hoping we can do that. I actually put the battery in the charger, and the battery charger actually gives the old, how much is it there? And it's at 30%. So I think that's why this thing was running worse and worse. Because it ran fine and started slowly but surely running worse without any sort of charging system. So charging system, get the interior together, you know, put some insurance on it, we can take it for a ride around the block maybe. And ultimately, she's going for sale. So there you have it. But it looks cool. I don't know, the yellow wasn't for me, but I liked how it was all kind of mashed together. Now it just looks like a death machine kind of hot rod, which it's its own look, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and enjoying the absolute suffer. I had a small fit with the Nomad, but no big deal. Daniel's still around. No one got hit. It was all good. No one got that mad. And we'll carry on. So we got to put the trim back on this thing and unmask it right away. But we'll see ya on the next one.